The Lion and the Hare, fable retold by Cyndy Hall. Long before the reign of the Emperor Ashoka, many animal families inhabited a beautiful forest in northern India. For many years they lived in peace until a huge, haughty lion appeared. Every afternoon, the lion set out to select an innocent woodland creature for his supper. Soon he had carved a bloody path of destruction and terror through the once tranquil wilderness. Tired of living in constant fear, the animals chose a committee to seek some type of compromise. "O mighty lion," said an elderly gazelle, "we fear the very shadows of the trees that once sheltered us. Listen now to our plan. Let us draw lots each day to select a sacrifice for your supper. You will be saved the trouble of stalking and catching your prey, and we can go back to living in peace." "How do I know you'll deliver?" asked the lion. "If we don't," answered the gazelle, "you can go back to killing us at random." For several months the plan worked, but the animals were not happy. They were still losing their friends and relatives to the hungry beast. One day, a young hare was chosen for sacrifice. Early that afternoon, he said goodbye to his tearful family and friends. Then he spent a few minutes alone before meeting his escorts. "Have you any final words?" asked the gray-spotted owl. "I do. If you would allow me to delay this walk to the lion's den for an hour or so, I think I have a plan that would free us from the tyranny of this bully. But please, let me try. My idea will endanger no one but myself." The animals whispered among themselves. Finally, the wily red fox spoke. "Since you're going to die anyway, we see no reason to deny this last request." "Good luck." The forest glade was almost dark by the time the young hare reached the lion's den. "Where's my food?" the lion bellowed. "Oh, blustery one, it's been stolen by another lion. I tried to stop him, but—" "Stolen?" roared the lion. "How dare anyone steal my supper?" "Oh, raucous king, I was bringing my cousin to you for his 4 o'clock appointment when suddenly a rather puny member of your species attacked us, snatching up my cousin." "Stop!" I cried out. "You're taking the food off the lion who owns the forest." "And who's going to stop me?" the impostor said in an arrogant tone. "I'll report you to the real king of the forest," I said. "Tell this lion, who's too lazy to hunt his own food, that the prey belongs to the hunter," the puny lion said to me. With that, he ran off into the forest with my cousin. "Where is this lion?" spat the bully. "I followed his path through the forest," said the hare. "But—" "Take me to him now!" the furious lion roared. The hare scampered off into the trees, leading the lion to a deep, water-filled pit he had found during earlier travels. "The thief is hiding in that shallow pit up ahead," the hare whispered to the lion. As the lion crept stealthily to the edge of the pit, the hare yelled, "There he is! He's got my cousin!" He then quickly scurried between the lion's legs. When the lion looked down into the pit, he saw reflected in the water a lion standing over a helpless hare. Without thinking, the great beast lunged at the reflection. The hare flattened his body to the ground as the mangy brute sailed over him, landing with a huge splash in the middle of the watery trap. The surprised lion threshed about until he was exhausted. Then he sank like a stone, never to be seen again. Remember, intelligence is power. Use your brains, not your strength. Sixth grade, I just want to point out one part that I thought might be confusing. So let's go back to this part. This is the part right here. This is actually um, this is actually the rabbit, which is also called a hare. This is the hare talking about a flashback, meaning like it's going back in time. So the hare is explaining to the lion about an incident that happened before in the past, where the hare met up with another lion in the forest that was hunting. Now, obviously, that's all made up, right? Sixth grade, the hare was making this whole story up, but I just thought that was a little confusing, this part. So I wanted to point that out how in this I'm sorry, it's not letting me highlight. In this particular part here, right, the hare is talking about meeting up with another lion of the forest, right? But we know as the reader that that was all a lie. Okay, all right, I'm going to stop the recording here.